All right, as you can see, today I lost $10,560 across all my accounts. I have the numbers blanked out, but we have two funded accounts. This is all Tradeify. I had a 150K that I think I needed like 2K to pass it, and I ended up just blowing through the rest of my drawdown. And I had some, I think this was already blown before I even, it's like been blown for like a month. Then these two, I think I just bought them like last night, and I blew them today all in one session, which is not normal for me at all. So I guess first we'll just talk about what happened a little bit. I'll actually show the charts later and go over the technicals, but right now I just want to talk about what happened. My name's Trayson, by the way. And this is a little bit of a rock bottom point for me because I have been profitable before and I have good technical analysis. I just have been sabotaging myself really with just forcing setups and not following my plan. A little bit of overconfidence and greed, basically. I'm never really scared to take a trade. I never don't take one because I'm scared it's going to lose. My problem is that if I think it has a chance of playing out, I'll take the trade. And it leads to a lot of losses that either end up blowing accounts or sometimes just keep me kind of break even, or takes forever to get payouts and pass accounts or build up a buffer on a new funded account. And today what happened was, first off, I was trading Asia session during Easter Sunday, and the setup I wanted, it was good. It did play out to get a partial, but I wasn't able to get in because I was phone trading at my mom's, and I was on the wrong Tradeify account. It wasn't the leader account for my copier. It was a follower, so it just didn't work. And then when I did switch over, price just left me and hit it was like a partial for 2.8 R, so a partial would be like 1.9 if I took it, or 1.4. And then I had to take a basic continuation entry, just like I had a limit on a fair value gap, and for my full target it was 2R, but that ended up losing. And then that kind of tilted me a little bit. I kept on trading. I traded gold more, and I traded NQ in Asia session, and I ended up blowing through my daily loss limit of $1,000 on a 50K accounts. So that means going into this New York session, I couldn't even trade my funded accounts. And so that night, I bought 2 evals for this New York session to trade and my 150K. And I ended up blowing the evals in one day, and I lost the 150K account. And just to clarify about my trading style, I trade GxT. It's ICT. It's based on ICT concepts, but a lot of the edges around intra-market analysis, like relative strength. We look at markets in a triad of NQ, ES, and YM. Gold has like forex pairs used for SMT. It's like a lot of advanced SMT stuff, a little bit of quarterly theory, and I'm good at it. I mean, I've gotten payouts, and I'm technically profitable over like my entire trading career, and even this year I've made more money than I've lost, but it's just not consistent enough. And my situation is a little rough because I actually stopped working my job on accident, and I haven't worked for like 8 months now. So I left my job at a factory to go to a different factory that had a 3-day work schedule. So I'd be working 3 12-hour shifts on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But I'd get paid for 40 hours even though I'm only doing 36. So that's what I wanted to go do. But then they, like 2 days before, my friend that works there told me that they're making like a whole company policy change where now everyone has to work 5 days a week. And there's like probably like a 40 plus minute drive for me from where I am. So I definitely wasn't going to do that. So I just ended up canceling the job over there. And then I was like, I don't really like the job that I was working at. And I've been trading for whatever, like I think 4 or 3 years at the time. I was like, I'm just going to try to make this work because I had a lot of savings at the time, probably like 16,000 or something like that. And I've blown through most of it. Like I gave myself like 3 to 6 months. It was kind of like 3 months. I was like, all right, if it's not 3 months, I'll just get a job. I ended up like, because I had like a couple payouts, so I thought I could like make it. But it was just inconsistent, and it ended up being like, I don't know, to now where like 2 weeks ago maybe I made like 2,700 in payouts, and that's enough to cover like a month of expenses. So I gave myself another month of runway. Then I'll go like a month of not making any money. So it's just like back and forth cycle because I'm just kind of self-sabotaging myself. And my old trading plan, well, at least I started to try to make it my old one. I wanted to trade indices, forex, and metals, because they're like for some reason like heavily correlated, probably because they have connection to the DXY. So like if indices is bullish, then forex and well, at least like the majors like EU and GU, and then metals, they will also be bullish for that day. And I was thinking about just trading all three of them and just taking whichever one has the best framework. But today I'll show why later. But I took gold, even though the framework was not good at all, and ended up just being an extra loss I did not need to take. So I'm just gonna go back to just indices, just New York session, because I was trying to trade Asia because I do have a framework for it. And like I said, the setup did work technically, not all the way, but it worked to make money. And yeah, I just need to go straight laced. I'm not gonna look at forex anymore, metals anymore. After I do like my post-session analysis, I'm not gonna open charts until the next morning. Not even gonna watch Asia to see if there's anything clean forming, because like I've had overall success in Asia probably. Like I've passed evals and even made a little bit of money on funded accounts, but when I do get burned, I get burned bad. Like last night where I can't even trade the accounts in the New York session because I don't want to lose an Asia session and then come into New York with like one less trade I can take, because my normal max is 2 losses in a day and I'm done. So if I take one in Asia, I just want to keep trading on the charts to try to make it back or to get even a little bit of profit, and it's just not sustainable for me personally. There's definitely a lot of ways you can trade Asia. There's a framework. There's like not a bad thing necessarily. It's just me, the trader, I can't handle it. So I just need to tighten up my rules more. And I think that's pretty much what I came to the conclusion of. I'll do like a 1 or 2 trade a day basis, as in I'll take one trade, and if it loses, if it ends up being like a string switch, which is that's an SMT thing that I'll show you later, but if that's what it is, then I'll take another shot at it. But if it's like, let's say for instance, like I take a long here or something, if this gets stopped out here, but like on YM, it ends up like holding this low and it's up here, I can take it on YM again maybe. But if it's like all assets run this low, then I should done for the day. I'll just take my one loss and get off, because for some reason I just can't stop after losing 2 trades in a row. I just want to make it back. So I need to learn to be disciplined and just take my L's, because some days I will like lose a trade and the next one will be a winner and it'll be a nice green day, but it's just not viable for me, because I'm not even like I'm more like a high win rate, like decent risk reward, like maybe between 2 and 3 on average. I'm not like a really low win rate, but like a 6R average, right? So I just need to get off and minimize my exposure, especially in bad market conditions like today. Like it just looks bad, doesn't it? Like at the open, I'll show you like why later, but I basically took something around here, then I got swept out, basically manipulated me, went back up again. Then it's done like these deep ass retracements, consolidation, YM. Then I took something in here, I think, and then it just retraced one more time, then just went again. Like it was just killing me. And yeah, that's probably gonna be my plan from now on. That's how I'm gonna be trading. I'll be doing live executions. It's basically just recording my screen and talking through what I'm seeing and stuff, and it's like executing. It's for my personal accountability, for like to make sure I don't crash out and take stupid trades, but also you guys might be able to learn something, because a lot of like trading mentors always just do like trading recaps, which is in hindsight. But if you can actually like see someone spotting it in real time, then that might be helpful. But obviously I just had a really bad day. I'm not, these are like, oh shit, wrong app. These are all my accounts right now, just these, and they all lost. So I have 2 fundeds with like $700 of drawdown left, which before I was risking $300 per trade. I'm going to downsize now to 200, so I have 3 trades left, and I basically need 3 winning days to get the accounts back to break even. And then I might go up to 300 again to try to get to buffer and get payouts. But yeah, these are all my accounts. Obviously, I'm not a mentor. I'm not in a place to be a mentor. But hopefully the channel can help you guys learn to trade better, and also help to keep me accountable, because I didn't even want to make this video. Like, I recorded the whole trading session, And then like almost like right after, I deleted the videos and even like emptied out my trash. So it's like my brain just me just wanting to forget it. I can like erasing the videos erases the mistakes, but it doesn't. And yeah, I don't want to do this, so I'm definitely gonna. My goal is definitely to change and to be straight laced and disciplined, following my rules. I don't want to be like some of those channels that they say that and then they just do the same shit later. So, honestly, that's probably all I really want to talk about. It's like 4 p.m. as you can see. I was down trading at like 11 or something. So, well, I still have like some pain that's kind of gone. I'm just gonna go over the technicals now. Probably start off with metals, and this will probably take a while. All right, so if you don't like ICT or you just don't really care about technicals, you just want to see like a journey, then you can skip the rest of this most likely. But I'm gonna go over why I took the trades that I did. Damn, look at this Monday, it's fucking doji. But all right, so start with some context. On gold, we are clearly bearish. We hit this low, but we went pretty far past it, and for the most part, I was looking just internal to external. So for value gap to this external low. But on the daily, Thursday came into this fair value gap, which you would think is going to be the opposite of the weekly, internal to this external high. And then just in general, maybe I'll bar replay a little bit. So I was looking at, so we have this fair value gap from Wednesday. This was 10 o'clock high. We had SMT with it, which you can have SMT with fair value gaps if you didn't know. It's called SMT fill. I think it might be more of a quarterly theory thing. I always kind of use it, but more so for like relative strength. But yeah, so you can see XAU pound, which is just like the forex pair, came into the gap, and then silver and all the other silver forex pairs also came into the same gap. So you might think it's SMT, especially because on the daily we had a 2-stage PSP. So, right, Wednesday's candle is bullish, and then Thursday takes out that high. But on silver, Wednesday's candle is bearish, and we do a failure swing with that high. Right, and then we kind of expand lower, but we're coming back in the range. But what I saw was we have this swing point out of this SMT, but what's this candle? It's not doing anything. It's not reversing. I'm looking at the lower time frame. We basically just make this SMT, then we consolidate. So I think it's going to be a SMT break, at least to this gap high. And then I was using the correlation with indices to this high, the previous week high on indices. I think YM had these failure swings, and RTY had like 3 of them. Yeah, RTY had like this like double equal highs right here. So since indices is obviously bullish, I'm not going to trade away from all this. I basically kind of found a way for metals to also be bullish, which does make sense, right? So let's see. Okay, so first we had when the day opened, we had a 90-minute sequential SMT with this low, with silver, right? But I didn't like it. I think I probably could have taken something down here, but I didn't like the way it looked. So I waited for a universal sequence, which is basically you wait for a fair value. If you don't trust a reversal, you wait for price to expand a way to show you that the reversal is true. Let it create a gap, and then you want SMT with the gap, so we have this 15-minute gap. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think there's SMT with it. So this was a 9 o'clock low. I think all of them came into it, even silver. So I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know what I was thinking here. But let me log into the right account. But basically, this didn't even have SMT, but I still wanted to take entry in here, and this is what happened. So what I wanted, I literally had a video recording, but I also deleted that too since I ended up crashing out in Asia. But after this CSD, I was gonna take it, and I actually tried to, but since I was at my mom's for Easter, I had my copier running downstairs. I just brought my laptop over, and then I was on my phone, but I was logged into the wrong account. I was on the leader account, so I missed this entry, which ran. This does not look right. Hold on. Was it a 3-minute? No, it was 5. I'm gonna be. Oh, okay. Wait, I'm thinking I'm tweaking. What the fuck? Okay, I don't remember what happened. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like gold and the micro gold looks different. But oh yeah, I don't really know. But basically, I thought it was 28R. I'm pretty sure, but oh, was it this one I was looking at? No, this looks way. I don't think this was me. Nah. Okay. Sorry. It's so long ago. I don't really remember exactly what happened or where everything was, but I basically wanted this entry to. I wanted to take a partial here and go break even, and then I wanted to target that 4-hour gap wherever it was. It was like a 5-hour trade or something. But we ended up. I entered. I think I can show it.
Actually. Wait, is this one?
Oh, is this account? Yeah. So you can see. I tried to enter right here 2 different times, and it instantly closed me out because it was the follower account, and I didn't know what was going on. So then when I switched over, it was already up here, and I couldn't take it. So I ended up just taking. It's basically a 3-minute gap. It was right here. Yeah, I took this gap right here. Otherwise, on the 5-minute, it would be the middle of this gap. And then ended up losing, and I was pretty pissed because the trade literally worked out. I would have got a partial, I would have made money on it. Then after a break even, I could have just hopped off, and so I hopped on with brand new risk, and then got stopped out. And then it didn't even take out this low, and I could have extended my stop loss down here because I was in 1 micro, and I just put it obviously right here. But if I wanted to use my full risk for $300, I could have put it down here somewhere. So I was pretty pissed after that. Next trade, I'm not even gonna lie, I don't even know what the hell this was. I don't know if I was still trying longs, but then I remember on indices, it was pretty similar. We had a 4-hour gap that all of them opened up into, right? This gap right here, they were all in it. There was some kind of SMT in the gap, but then it left it. And basically, same thing with gold. I kind of just let the reversal form because I didn't like you can't really trust this 1 candle down and a slow grind up. Okay, so we have, all right, so yeah, we come back and rebalance this gap. I think it was probably a 30-minute or 1 hour. And then we move and expand away. That's the thing, it's not clean at all. I'm kind of forcing it. And we have this fair rally gap. Holy. All right, this small 15-minute fair rally gap. This, what is it, 12-15 low. Wait, where is it? All right, so yeah, so you see YM trades below it. It looks like equal lows on here, but I think on minis it might have, yeah, on the minis it took it out. Only barely, but that's fine. And then on Q it made equal lows, which is damn near equal lows, which actually I like to see that when it's the SMT fill. If it gets almost to the low and then just leaves it. So I took, right here 32.50 because on the minis this candle actually closed over, and I was just debating if I wanted to wait for the micros to close over, but then it started to it dipped down, and then it started to come up. I'm all right, I was gonna get in. I got in, it ran 2.7R up to here, and then it came down to break even. I had a partial at 5R, and then my full TP was I don't know, some previous week high or something like that. And yeah, basically just came down for no reason, just chopping around for no reason. And then, but obviously you can see my idea on all of them was right. We came up, it was bullish the whole time. I think even on, and then on gold, right, you can see it came into this 4-hour fair rally gap, had the SMT break, which is bullshitting before. And I'm not even gonna try to look, but yeah, basically I fucked up. So I came to, I bought 2 new evals for New York, and it's gonna be hard to show this because everything happened. The open's just so volatile. The SMT that was there isn't there anymore, but we'll try to do it. Okay, so before the open, we had this SMT here with YM, where you can see at the time made SMT. I consider this, well, not this on YM, but on NQ, this is a relevant low. I didn't really require us to sweep out this one, but this one was fine. And then what happened at the open? I'm pretty sure we had a 2-stage somewhere. Maybe it just CSD'd. All right, so you can see on the, I think I used a 1 minute though. The 1 minute we just immediately expand up after the SMT. I think even YM does too. Yeah, even YM goes up, so I think the S&P is going to hold. And then I enter, let me log into the right account. And then I enter on this gap on NQ, and then YM comes down to sweep out London low, made the low at 932, and then start pumping at 933. All right. And the NQ was also kind of making continuation, but then it just came down for no reason. I mean, in my opinion, no reason. Stopped me out, manipulated me, then went to the high day, which is what I was aiming for. And there was a string switch at the open. Also, I only took this on this one account because I think I didn't turn my copier on, so I didn't take on the other two, thankfully. But obviously it didn't matter because I ended up blowing up either way. And then YM, basically we had the S&P with this low right here before the open. And then we made an SMT here, which I guess I didn't even end up holding. But to me, that was a string switch. Though obviously NQ should have been stronger. It's also a 6-hour sequential SMT, which is Corley theory. Right, I had the 6-hour marked out. It's this low. So I got in YM. Oh yeah, so it was super close to this high of day, so I kind of wanted to get in a little bit early. All right, so we CSC here. I don't know why I didn't set a limit. I'm not gonna lie. I think when I looked at it, I was too late. So I just entered this inversion, which I normally never trade inversions. Usually just order blocks, and ended up just. I thought that's right here, bro. I didn't even come to this fucking low, but I basically had to do it to get the. Let me see where the entry was exactly. It's 26. I had to get the risk reward. I wanted 2R, otherwise it's too low for me to take it. I don't know how the fuck I did it. Yeah, I think this stop loss is kind of arbitrary, because obviously unless I had it up here, but I kind of doubt it. I don't know. It was somewhere around something like this basically, right? And it got stopped out, bits manipulated, just like my New York NQ trade, and then went higher. So yeah, that's tough. And then on gold, it's basically, since I'm bullish on indices, I'm bullish on gold too, but there's no framework. I just forced along. We're just in the middle of nowhere. There's some kind of SMT a little bit with maybe for rally gaps, and then we had these lows, but it's step equal lows. I wanted actual structural point for SMT to form on. Then I took, where's the first one? It should be showing, but I'm not sure why it's not. Oh, it's not showing my execution marks for some reason, but I took I think I took this CSD, and then it got manipulated. I think I took this one again later on, and it got manipulated. Not manipulated, this one is lost. Gold never even took and made a new high day on any of them. No SMT, no nothing. And then one of my Discord friends dropped an oil signal, and I was I already had I think I lost 1,600 already, so I just took it. And it's not showing either, but other took a whole mini. I don't know why it's not showing anything, but I took a mini. I think it was up here, yeah. He closed it out for 2R because RB and HO pumped. And I was a little bit late since I just took the signal. And mine, it was all the way, it was probably a break even, but I already breached my loss limit for the day and everything. But that's basically it. I don't really want to go on about it too much. It's not really interesting because it's in hindsight and I don't have all executions and everything, but I just fucked up today. So I have metals here just I don't know, even just to have really. Just to have it. I'm just going to be sticking to indices and New York session. I was thinking about having a separate account for Forex metals and Asia session, but honestly, I think I just need to be off the charts more. I think I'm on it too much. And like I said, I'm just going to turn the computer off or keep trading view closed until New York session the next day. And yeah, so this is basically my road back to redemption. I didn't really want to make this. I wanted to almost be a mentor and just show my live trading to help people, but clearly I'm not a mentor, so it's kind of gonna be a journey channel like a lot of the other YouTubers out there. I just feel kind of bad because I kind of been purporting myself as profitable, which technically I am, but more profitable than I really am. I don't really show all my losses, or like I'll show my wins to some people, but like I won't show all the in between like dumb trades I've taken. To those of you, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Say looks like shit. I'd say I'm probably still bullish. But yeah, I just had a really poor performance. Very disappointed in myself. Did not want to have to make this video. Don't want to be making these videos consistently in the future. So hopefully this channel keeps me accountable and I see the change, because I've been in the cycle for like basically all year. Like I've been just over trading, but it was kind of working out for me and I wasn't blowing accounts, but now I have been for the last little bit. And yeah, like I said, I haven't been working either, so I can't go too long without money, unless I'm just gonna burn through savings. And I have like a bunch of car stuff coming up. Like I need an oil change, which is basically the same price as the eval, so I'll get that. But I'll probably have to like change my brakes out myself and my coolant exchange and a transmission fluid change and everything, which I'm not a car guy at all. But I'm not trying to pay all that money and like lose a bunch of runway of living expenses for it. So that's about it for me though. Thanks for tuning in, and hopefully most of the videos from here on out are of winning execution days and not me crashing out, because yeah, it's a bad look. I don't want to do that on camera. It's embarrassing. I'm letting myself down. I'm letting my family down because I'm not like getting money to help them out or treat them right, and letting my future self down. And yeah, I've just been trading for a long time, like probably 4 or 5 years by now. It kind of depends, because I started like studying when I was still in high school, so I couldn't even trade. But live trading, I started at 18, obviously, and now I'm 22 in like 2 days. So it's been a while, and obviously it takes different amounts of time for everyone, but I never had psychology issues before. I used to always get off after 2 losses, and like my issue would just be technicals. I would just like lose a bunch of trades in a row instead of like crashing out and going on tilt. But now that I feel like I have good technicals, I've gotten overconfident, overly greedy with like needing money, since I don't work anymore and I moved out on my own. Well, not my own, I live with my twin brother for now until the lease is up. But yeah, it's a little bit rough. Probably rock bottom-ish, because not really, because I do believe in my technicals. Before it was kind of like, when will trading ever work, or when will it ever work? Now it's like, I know it will work. I know it can work soon. It's just up to me, and it just hurts because I keep on setting myself back. But today should be the last day of that. Maybe not for life, obviously. People still make mistakes. You still lose control of your emotions, but it can't be as often as every day or every other day, a couple times a week. It should be like rarely ever, especially with the contingencies I'm doing now, with limiting myself to 1 session, hopefully 1 trade a day. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I'll see you guys tomorrow.